Hello there, my name is Kgadi Mmanakana and your partner in gaining competitive advantage and achieving entrepreneurial success and the only possibilitarian. I'm all about creating possibilities and planting the seed of possibility in minds of people. And to you as an entrepreneur, the kind of possibility that I would like to create for you is that possibility of becoming a working class in your own business. That is building a business that can pay you a salary monthly. It's time for you to become a working class. How nice would it be if one day you found yourself buying a house, a car, having that monthly salary, everything coming from your business, the business that you've built. How nice, right? So that's what I intend with the work that I do with entrepreneurs. That's my intention. And even with this book that I would like to talk to you about today, because I've realized that I've never actually really shared any context about the book necessarily, specifically in terms of a video, but I did write a text or two about what it is that it entails. So today I would like to take you through the lessons that I share and what the book is all about and where you can actually get it. That's the kind of possibility that I would like to create for you to build a business that can turn you into a working class, that can help you. It's time for you as an entrepreneur to transform from being a survivalist to being a business owner, a CEO of a business that can pay them a salary, and not just a CEO on a business card. That's my dream that I have for entrepreneurs, specifically South African entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs in other emerging economies in emerging countries. Right. So about the book. So I wrote this book last year, 2022. It was published in October, and the reason why I wrote it is because I found it to be the kind of book I would have loved to have, especially because I was an accidental entrepreneur. In the book, I explained the story of how I became an entrepreneur and a business strategy consultant, and how I started from scratch. Virtually, I started without any experience and without any prior interest in becoming an entrepreneur. For me, I saw an entrepreneur as, got EMS textbook when I was still in primary school. We'll only see the street vendors, and at the time I was like, no, this picture is not appealing to me as the thing that I would like to see myself doing, But today, street vendors actually make a whole lot of money, right? So I got into entrepreneurship by accident, pure accident, but the story is in the book of how that turned out and how I became I went on to become a renowned business strategist, and what helped me and all that. So as somebody who got into entrepreneurship without any prior experience or interest, and by sheer accident, it would have been nice to have gotten some sort of practical guidance. I know entrepreneurship, it's all about putting in the work, it's all about risk taking and stuff like that, but certain things you need people who went before you to share some lessons, how do you do it. And it shouldn't always be about the fact that we're just glamorizing about Steve Jobs and all these entrepreneurs. Contextually, a South African entrepreneurship book, somebody, a relatable story that could actually inspire you to say, I get you. I can get there and stuff like that, So I share the lessons that I share in here. The lessons that are the top 10 lessons that I have learned from. I spent 6 years working in the entrepreneurship ecosystem, strategy consulting space, working with entrepreneurs, if you don't know, helping them build and grow their own businesses, doing the access to markets, access to funding, helping them secure funding for their businesses and stuff like that. So this is the book that I've written from the lens of an accidental entrepreneur and the lens of a business strategist that worked and consulted for entrepreneurs and business owners on what it really takes to build a business, a successful business, right? So the title of the book is In Retrospect. This is what it takes to build a successful business. And I'm just going to share, read the lessons from the table of contents so that you understand the context of what is it that it entails. Before that, let me read the dedication so that you can know if this is the kind of book that it is for you. But generally, this book is for anyone who wants to build a business that can pay them a salary. If you want to move from being a survivalist entrepreneur to being a business owner that gets paid by their own business, this book is for you. It is as practical as they come. So meaning the lessons and strategies and tips that I share in this book, you can pretty much implement them immediately. They're as practical as they come. So the dedication of the book, this is for all the dreamers, the misfits, the ones starting businesses to solve problems in their communities, the ones coming up with crazy ideas, the ones who want to change the world, the ones looking to monetize their skills, talents, gifts, and qualifications, and the ones who want to switch from corporate into entrepreneurship. This is for you all entrepreneurs. Remember, becoming a great entrepreneur doesn't necessarily mean you need to have the "I started by selling sweets in the classroom" or "my parents owned a family business" stories. Entrepreneurship is a process, and if you dedicate yourself to it, you will break the entrepreneurs are born myth. I don't need to explain this one further. I think it was just clear. So in terms of what this book entails, let me go to the table of content. So yeah, in terms of the lessons, specifically the top 10 lessons, because the first thing that I share about the introduction about my own story from being an accidental entrepreneur to being an entrepreneurial success enabler. And then I share more a brief history on entrepreneurship, the art and science of entrepreneurship. And then that's when the part 2, I unpack the lessons, the top 10 lessons on what it takes to build a successful business. And lesson number 1 is know the type of business owner you are. So I unpack that, what the types of business owners, so that you can also identify the type of business owner that you are and why that is important and why that can lead to you becoming a working class and building an enterprise that can pay you a salary. Lesson number 2 is know your entrepreneurial game. This one is an interesting one, right? So by virtue of just explaining that I would like you to switch from being a survivalist to being a CEO of a business that can pay your salary, survivalist is also another game. A survivalist entrepreneurship game, right? Where you do hand to mouth. The money that comes in is the money that you use, So you never really have, you don't have money. Like the money that comes in, it's for survival. So meaning you're always a hustler, you're always in hustle mode, right? So lesson number 2 is all about unpacking the entrepreneurial games, and then you can consciously decide the type of game that you want to play. Because some of you are now in survival mode. You're playing the survivalist game, right? But you're talking about becoming millionaires. You're talking about generational wealth. How will you build generational wealth whereas you're operating a business like a survivalist? How people, your kids, your family will not inherit a business that doesn't have systems. So I unpack such things like that and how you can go about defining your entrepreneurial game and executing it. Lesson number 3 is about stop running business from your head, right? It goes back to generational wealth. Generational wealth, like right now you're talking about building a business that will create generational wealth, right? But you don't have systems, you don't have a strategic business plan. If you were to get sick, you get sick tomorrow with your business, right? So meaning, how will your kids inherit your business if it's all in your head? Touch wood, you could actually die with your business. It's not written, there are no systems, you're not mentoring anybody. Like, stop running business from your head. You wake up every day, you don't have a plan, you're on Facebook just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, you're just posting anytime. Nothing is informed, nothing is strategic. If you want to become a business owner that gets paid a salary, you need to start being strategic, right? I unpack such things. Stop running business from your head. That's lesson number 3. Lesson number 4, invest in your marketing and sales. So this one is an interesting one. I actually been talking a lot about one of the things, nuggets that I share in the book about, the fact that it's not enough for you to just post something on Facebook to your few friends, that they never even bought something from you, but you keep on just posting on Facebook, whereas maybe your clients are on LinkedIn or your clients are in the community. You're supposed to be going to them. So investing in marketing and sales. I also introduce influencer marketing, it being beyond the Louis Vuitton boxes, right? And contextualizing it for you as a small business owner or a startup business owner or an entrepreneur that is about to break into the market, right? So lesson number 5, it's about being excellent. It's very important. As somebody who got into business, into entrepreneurship without any prior interest or experience in entrepreneurship or strategy, so to speak, it was important for me. I had to work extra hard than somebody who went to school, studied, when people go and study business management and then they start their own business and things like that. I didn't have anything like that. Prior to getting into entrepreneurship, I was studying engineering. and I didn't even start an engineering company. You understand? So I had to work extra hard. I had to overcome imposter syndrome. I didn't even have a degree to start a business. I had to be somebody who was a dropout, who now who consulted for people with MBA, people who were at the top of their academic and career ladders. So I had to be excellent. It will take you being excellent to be in the position whereby you may consider yourself young and you look inferior and young and stuff like that based on the papers you don't have. And people with papers come to you for advice. So it means you have to be excellent. So I share ways you can become excellent. Whether you're starting your business fresh from school or you don't have formal education and things like that, how you can go about developing yourself. And lesson number 6 is about deciding your own success yardstick. Most of you are benchmarking your successes against the Instagram entrepreneurs, celebrity entrepreneurs, and that's why you're burning out. That's why you're depressed. It's time for you to decide your own success yardstick. What does success look like for you? Most of you are saying you want to become millionaires. And the reason why you are not yet millionaires is because that's not your dream. It is an acquired taste. Some of you right now, what you really want to achieve is to have 100,000 rands. But you're chasing 1 million. And it's like there's something wrong with not becoming a millionaire. Where did you learn that? Instagram, celebrities? Define what winning looks like for you, and you will enjoy this game. Otherwise, you're going to be in a diesel ride of entrepreneurship. You're going to be depressed. So, lesson 6 is about deciding your own success yardstick. Lesson number 7, work on your business and then in your business. If you want to become a working class in your own business, if you want to build a business that pays you a salary, if you want to become a CEO, not just a CEO because you're the sole director on CIPC certificate. If you want to become a CEO, an executive, right? You need to start working on your business and then in your business. You need to start becoming an employee. You can't always be the founder. At some point, you have to transition from being the founder to being the CEO. Or, like in my case, I remember at some point the way these people wanted to buy into my business and things like that. And when we were talking about restructuring the company, I didn't want to become a CEO. My first instinct was that I want to become a strategy consultant. You see? So sometimes you find that you don't really want to be, you're not really a business manager. When we talk about the type of business owners, called lesson number 1, you'd find that actually the work that makes you come alive, that you're really great at, is that of being a marketing director or a creative director in your company. But because you're still solo, you're everything, or you're just married to the idea of being a CEO because it's cool. It's cool to write CEO on your Facebook profile or Instagram, right? But with time, if you want to transition to being a survivalist to being a CEO, when I say CEO, I'm talking about building a business that can pay your salary, where you now become an employee in your own business. You will learn that you don't really want to become a CEO, and it's okay to not be a CEO in your own company. And that's when you learn that it's time for me to employ people, right? But the thing is, people are too married to their ideas of being the boss. Lesson number 8, change your mindset. This is a rant. Change your mindset. I'm talking about entitlement and the fact that the moment you chose entrepreneurship, you did away with entitlement and mindset. Because everything is on you. Your fail is on you. Your succeed is on you. And nobody owes you anything. So that's just a rant. But it's a good one. Right? No cursing and stuff like that. Lesson number 9 is about building resilience. Entrepreneurship is tough and it's been romanticized. And the reason why people are so depressed and we choke from the chest pains come month end because we don't have money in the bank is because we underrated how tough it is to build a business. The branding of entrepreneurship is now, the perception is that it's about giving the perception that you can build a business. It's all about being cool. But building a business, running a business from scratch is tough. it is tough. Starting a business, building a business is tough. People don't talk about that. They just want to be cool. They just want to do your network is your net worth poses on social media. It is tough. Entrepreneurship is tough. And it becomes tougher on people that don't admit that it is tough. So it is important that you build resilience. And I unpack how do you build resilience as an entrepreneur and how do you go about building a resilient business. The last lesson, which is lesson number 10, I say stop messing around with money. Stop messing around with money. We're talking about money. You're just sending e-wallets. You're sending yourself. You're swiping with there. Yeah. But these are the tough stuff. I'm dishing up some tough stuff that are necessary. They're uncomfortable, but they're necessary. Because if you really want to become a working class in your own business, if you really want to get paid a salary, if you want to get a bond, right, buy a car using your salary that comes from your company, you need to stop messing around with money. You need to start respecting money. Most of you are saying that you're not making money, your business doesn't make money. But you know why there's no money at the end of the month in your bank? Because that 100 rands that came in 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, immediately when it got in, you withdrew it. That's why you don't have money. But your business is making money. But you're crossing the line. You're under the illusion that that money is yours. It's not yours. It's your company's money. And until you get to that level where you understand that it's not your money, it's your business money, you're going to be in survival mode. You're going to become a hustler forever. If you want to get ease, abundance, enjoy the journey of being a business owner, you need to start respecting money and stop messing around with money. That was the last lesson. So, in retrospect, this is what it takes to build a successful business. The book is available on my website. So website is mmanakana.co.za/books. If you go to my website and you go under books, you will find it. Right? And Mmanakana, my name and surname. If you're seeing this on social media, any social media platform, my name there and surname, you just write that and then .co.za. And then you go to books, the page, the books, and then you can purchase it. It's 250 without the delivery. So in South Africa, we say it's 350 including delivery, right? And then if you want the ebook is 180, right? That's the ebook. And then also, if you're not in South Africa, or if you prefer Kindle version, you can get it on Amazon. Just go on Amazon and write Kgadi Mmanakana, my name and surname. You'll find it. It's both available in Kindle version and also in paperback version, right? Yeah, I hope that you get this book. I promise you, if I were to blow my own horn right now, it's gonna help you and it's gonna unlock the growth of your business and you're gonna be able to achieve entrepreneur excellence. Yeah, I'm also using it. This year in 2023, I'm using this book. So this book, I even say it in the introduction to say, it is not only for you as an entrepreneur, it's also for me. It's the book that I wish I had when I started. And this book, me writing this book, doesn't necessarily mean that it's been written from a place of success only. The lessons that I share doesn't necessarily mean that they're the things that I did. Most of them are the things that I didn't do. Because it's in retrospect, when I look back, if I did that and that and that and that, I missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the lessons that come from both my successes and failures and mistakes and those of my clients that I consulted for, right? So it's a great book. It's going to help you. Get a copy. It'll be nice to get a copy, right? And yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time. Yeah.